Hey, Omega. Omega? This is Earth to Omega. Oh, fuck. I guess it really must have happened then. Is there anybody else at the other end of this line?
Sorta. There's me.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, that's a joke enough. I'm gonna start the show. So yes, everyone. Welcome to episode 71 of wooo Serious. I'm Gunner, and I am joined this week by my wonderful sound producer, Mr. Yankum TDS.
I'm here under duress.
What about your dress?
And that's because the other person that is sitting to my left in, the metaphysical realm of the online world is the one, the only, the Net Jester.
Hi, everybody. How are you doing?
We're mediocre. Well, apparently Omega is being attacked by ants. Maybe he should call the colony and have them get out of his house. And Vassar is currently out for food, and, well, he went out with Ryback, so it'll be a bit.
Oh, good Lord. We'll never see him again. Now I'm worried if Vassar will come back alive. Lord knows, Ryback will probably eat him.
That feeling when you realize that Jester thinks this is all real. So let's start with the news here. The Rock has been all over promoting Pain and Gain, which has received very split reviews and debuted at the top spot with $20 million. Actually, had a $25 million budget. He mentioned to USA Today that he had snorted powdered milk to simulate cocaine and claims he didn't take any drugs for the role, hinting at steroids, and admitting he experimented with them at the University of Miami for football. His surgery to repair his 3 hernia tears caused him to miss the LA premiere of the film, and director Michael Bay commented saying he should, quote, grow up and quit wrestling 300-pound men, end quote. A comment later clarified as a joke, and that Rock had responded later jokingly, saying he would switch to wrestling women. Rock continues to propose the idea that WrestleMania main event was his last match due to his injuries and other commitments. There was a very interesting point that was brought up to me a couple days ago, and that's, so if that was his last match, then why are they still promoting his appearances on WWE right now?
Oh, just like the proverbial bad penny, he'll be back. But if he stopped wrestling 300-pound men, that means that the only other option would be 300-pound women, and we can run wild with speculation from that point.
Didn't they make an entire pay-per-view about that in WCW? Hog Wild?
Oh, ouch.
Well, there's always 3.
And The Rock knows something about that.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna go there.
So which one of you two want to read the next news bit?
Oh, I'll try taking it. Oh, you want to do it, Yankum? Go ahead.
Oh, I know, it's fine.
And this is the way tonight's going to work, ladies and gentlemen. All right, I'll try to get the next one.
No, Kenner will get it. Variety magazine reports that WWE and Yahoo have teamed up to provide likely ending WWE's YouTube partnership. 29 set a record as the highest grossing event in company history, earning $72 million, up from $67 million at WrestleMania 8. WWE held their shareholders meeting Friday with little fanfare and an unusually short runtime. When asked about the WWE Network, Vince remained confident about its launch and success, with CFO George Barrios saying it would triple the revenue backstage. The feeling is with the new programming partnerships, the WWE Network is nowhere near ready and probably won't even happen this year or ever, in oh so humble opinion.
Well, I have a feeling the WWE Network is going to be exactly like Duke Nukem Forever.
Oh, God, it can't be that horrible. Well, Yankum finished getting himself eaten by dogs. Let me just say that this is the most exciting internet news I've had since One Life to Live and all my children have come back on Hulu. Plug. But, yeah, I mean, if YouTube can only take you so far, and why not be with a company like Yahoo, who has been here pretty much forever, be that good or bad, and if they can get their shit together as far as streaming, it ought to be pretty fun.
I don't know. I mean, the new content thing really interests me because, that's getting more people more airtime. But at the same time, it's burning people out because, I mean, for example, UFC has just had 3 pay-per-views in a row, like 2 free shows and a couple pay-per-views, and like the Tough Enough season finale or some shit. And people get burnt out just watching 2 hours of Raw. And you could really feel them dragging as well. So, I mean, is more content really the answer here? Or is, I think that people are really can get burnt out on all of this, and I'm worried about that.
Well, Dana White wouldn't know the term enough if it came at him from him being beaten in the face by, what's his name, Tito Ortiz. I mean, I hope that Vince is a little bit wiser, but with the experiences that we've had with him in the past, who knows? Just got to take a wait-and-see approach. Watch this space.
You now realize that they are trying to actively pitch NXT on some sort of TV in the fall in the U.S. It's still on in Canada, by the way.
Yeah, that's weird. All right, I'll take the next one.
No.
Don't all get up at once.
No, I got it. Though Nikki Bella is romantically linked to John Cena, there is no animosity towards her as there was towards Michelle McCool during her time in the company, dating The Undertaker, but that she and her sister can pretty much get away with a lot. Meanwhile, Rosa Mendez was at home from the European tour this past week for personal reasons that the Observer reports is partying too hard, a problem she's had issues with in the past. She is, however, considered the star of Epico and Primo Tag Team due to her charisma and has not been suspended or released. Apparently, you should start expecting some spring cleaning going on relatively shortly.
So, you think that Rosa might be... You think Rosa might be at the top of the list when it comes to future endeavors?
No, I think Epico and Primo will be.
Oh, ouch. Let this be an object lesson, ladies and gents. If you got a cute little butt, you can get away with a lot. And I meant that to rhyme somehow.
But it didn't, and it failed. No, I mean... Bree's dating fucking Daniel Bryan, apparently.
Ooh, I don't know about that. Bree and Daniel equals goat children. Run away!
Speaking of run away, there's Hulk Hogan sex tape news. And Gunner could learn something from me. According to the Hollywood Reporter, a judge has granted Hulk Hogan's request for a temporary .com, forcing them to remove footage from their website. Hogan later requested that they be held in contempt for disobeying after they were removed, and included a link to where the viewed elsewhere. Hogan refiled his $100 million against Gawker in federal court.
They'll see some sort of money out of. He'll see some sort of money out of this. I mean, that's still. I mean, Hogan. Hogan's still trying to bat for the fences here with money, but yeah, that's still wrong. I'm just saying.
Then the fact that
Oh, I'm not siding with Gawker. I'm not siding with Hogan here. I'm just saying that's wrong that Gawker put that up.
Yeah, I will agree with that 100%. But if you're gonna be rich and people who make sex tapes, they gotta know that sooner or later this will get out. But Hogan, as we all know, said that this was not made without his knowledge, and he wants nothing to do with it, and he wants to shut it down quickly. And personally, even though he showed poor judgment, in my opinion, banging his best friend's wife, you know, I agree with him that I don't think this tape should be out there at all, no matter how hot she is.
Speaking of things that were completely past their prime, the Undertaker's own custom-made West Coast chopper, created by Jesse James, is being raffled off to benefit America's Mighty Warriors and Spur Compassion Ministries of Lake Hill Church in Austin, Texas. The raffle runs from April 27th through Friday, June 14th at spurraffle.com, S-P-U-R raffle.com, one word. Raffle tickets, just $10. That's not bad.
That's a pretty damn good price if you want a quality chopper. And even though I'm not Jesse James' biggest fan as a person, he does some freaking good work, that beyond a shadow of a doubt. So if you want to get in on this, I've got personally a hole burning in my pocket from my last paycheck, so I think I will place $50 down on this. Not that I'll win, but it goes to a good cause.
That's the scary part, because now you're imagining Netchester riding a motorcycle.
The Undertaker's motorcycle. I wonder if it'll take me to hell and back. I'm sure that's what Yankum would enjoy.
No, it just constantly plays the Roland theme.
Oh God, no.
I'm rolling, 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 what? I'm rolling, 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 what?
Let's go to the next news segment here. Ryback's Twitter was wiped clean. Ryback's Twitter was wiped clean after his wife, something she apparently very unhappy with. While it's been acknowledged that several NXT wrestlers belong on the main roster, particular call-ups. Burt Bauer, the MMA fighter Big Country Roy Nelson was very interested in joining WWE, but he didn't because John Laurinaitis didn't get back to him promptly enough. WWE is advertising The Miz for next week's Raw in Roanoke, Virginia. On the 6th, Miz has been off of television since April the 8th, filming an ABC family movie called Christmas Bounty. Is being produced by WWE Studios. I'm calling it right now. There will never, ever be as big a piece of shit put to film as Christmas Bounty.
The Marine 3.
Yeah, Yankum, he's got you there. Well, it's good that we've got all this interesting news. One thing I would have liked to have seen was Big Country get his big butt in a WWE ring. I wonder if he can go back. I wondered if he has any interest in going back, and leave it to Johnny Ace to screw up something yet again.
Yeah, basically. Roy Nelson is a great character in MMA. I still think MMA's rigged, by the way. Just saying.
We move to the next news story. In the show notes, the Google Docs Netjester is listed as an...
Are you jealous?
But please do read the...
My thoughts exactly.
After watching Monday Night Raw, Gerald Briscoe posted on Twitter about the charity work that John Cena does. This is like, oh shit, dude. That prompted a response from Conan, who says that the WWE star should not consistently be publicized for doing that. Briscoe did not take too kindly to this and told Conan to stop hating on Cena. What?
Okay, this is gonna bring us into last night. And believe me, the shit that flew from Woo last night about the 3 Make-A-Wish kids being escorted down by John Cena I mean, we literally pretty much had an Armageddon there. Everybody was saying that Cena was hiding behind these kids and that the WWE was telling the fans that if you boo Cena, you boo these kids. I didn't exactly see it that way myself, but oh man, the gnashing of teeth from last night's little escapade was beyond nuts.
All I know is Lightning Logan is ready.
Lightning Logan and the Eliminator. There's a tag team for ya.
No, the Eliminator and Nick the Stitch are Logan to the fucking moon. You have to have Logan
okay.
Everybody.
Okay, let's face facts. Nick the Stitch needs rebranding. All right? We've got to get Mr. Ryan Reynolds here into a Ryback gimmick.
Holy crap, you guys are actually talking about these kids as if they're professional wrestlers. Do yourselves a favor and stop. Stop. Now. Because that's just wrong. No. Just no. Party over. Alright, so that's it for the news. We're going to move on to 15 minutes time limit, but first I'm going to plug Super Blizzard Music by saying superblizzard.com. It's where you can find Super Blizzard Music, and he's a good guy, and I like him, and he did our theme song, so we're going to plug the shit out of him, as we usually do. I've got a song here. I have no idea what I have lined up, because I haven't seen my soundboard in a while, so you guys get a random surprise.
Am I under your skin right now?
Alright, it's time for some 15-minute time limit, and I guess Masters rejoined us.
Yes, I have.
Thank God, because this show is sinking faster than Luke and Cat. I hope I said that right. I might be thinking of the Star Wars thing that sounds like that. I don't know. Alright, moving on. We're going to talk about some matches that we can expect. Extreme Rules. So, what are you guys actually looking forward to with this Extreme Rules thing? Because this has been changed so many times. And okay, I'm gonna start off with this because I don't exactly see it on the thing. Do you think Undertaker will wrestle at Extreme Rules?
Yeah, I could see a 3-on-3 tornado tag match with Team Hell No.
That would be nice. You know, some good stipulations in the good six-man would be pretty good. I still say that if The Undertaker's going to get in on this, he might want another crack at Dean Ambrose, and I'm pretty sure that Woo would shit themselves over a rematch of that caliber, being the last match they had was pretty much effed over by the Shield. But that all depends upon whether or not Undertaker can get back in the ring after that wretched beating he took on SmackDown.
Which wretched beating? The one that they didn't advertise so nobody saw?
Pretty much. But they did see it on Raw.
That's true.
I don't know if Undertaker is really up to a Extreme Rules match.
Oh, yeah.
It wouldn't necessarily, it would be qualifications, you know, but the question is, would it be still special? I mean, if
I would look for Undertaker to get kind of knocked out early, so the Shield dick butt back, and then just giving that seems like the most solution.
All I get is an image of Undertaker getting buried in chairs and then erupting out of them, sending them flying all directions into the crowd.
Oh my God, that's a combination of ECW and the Incredible Hulk right there. Ew.
And Jester brings attention to it. Alright, so let's talk about Cena and Ryborg.
Ryborg. Unfortunately, he may be right about that. This semi-tweener turn that they've given Ryback is not as interesting, at least to me, as it is to other people, but very few people, at least I think, are showing interest in this either. So WWE might have stepped off a cliff here that they wish they could grow wings and fly back to.
I don't understand. It's not even a fucking gimmick match. Like, what's the point of having this title match at Extreme Rules if it's not even going to be a gimmick? It ought to be last man standing. And
it should be, but also the only interesting thing I've seen from it, unless they get a stipulation, is the further we go with Ryback, the more and more he starts dressing like Goldberg.
Oh, good God, yes.
He needs to stop reading, by the way. If you can't tell, he's reading all his promos and sticking line for line with everything that's written for him.
Oh, hell, he's reading cue cards off the field of vision of the television camera. We can all see that. But yeah, when he walked out of the arena last night, tell me nobody with that crappy-ass leather jacket thought, Goldberg, Goldberg.
nope.
Okay. Cena's Achilles. Is it a work, brother?
It's a work so Ryback can have a chance, I guess.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure if it is a work or if it is legit because of, we've all accused Cena of not being able to sell at all. He sells like death, I think was the nicest thing ever said about his selling ability. But if it's a legit, if he's not selling it and it's a legit injury, then, you know, as much as we all don't like Cena on occasion, he's risking his health doing this shit, man.
Mind you, it's not as bad as what Edge did to himself there. You know, popping himself out for 9 to 12 months. Wouldn't that scary if Cena hurt himself again?
Ooh, it might be, because if for no other reason, then Vince would have to pick a new Superman. And as short-sighted as it is, I can easily see Vince's new Superman being Ryback.
Ambrose versus Ryback for all the titles.
Yeah, exactly. You've seen that one picture photoshopped of Triple H wearing all the belts at once? Yeah, imagine that on Ryback now and run away in terror.
Yeah, if Cena was out for legit injury for a long period of time, I really don't see how they could do anything other than trying to push some of the people in the upper mid-card to the moon, or getting in some of the talent that has been sort of bigger name but hasn't been working as much. Not The Rock, I'm talking about Lesnar and maybe other people that have been rumored to be talking to the company again.
Yeah, for the record, it's been 7 months since I hurt my Achilles, and I'm still not 100%. Of course, it may have something to do with the fact that the damn doctor also missed a fracture in my heel bone. But I digress, and I'd like to say that, Cena, you should be working as little as possible right now, and I know you're not going to do that, but try to take it easy. If this is not a work, if it is a work, ooh.
Alright, let's actually talk about the match I'm actually excited about. The ladder match for the World Heavyweight Championship.
Yes, Zigglypuff versus ADR, and I'm pretty much excited about this match because the ladder matches that are for titles usually have some interesting shit on them. Now, normally my favorite ladder match of the year is the Money in the Bank ladder match because some amazing spots happen in that. So when you got a ladder match with just two guys, you know, you scratch your head a little bit and say,
Three.
Oh, 3? That's right, it's a triple threat. I'm forgetting about Swaggy. Son of a bitch, yes. Well, that whole new thing on it. No, Gunner, Super Dragon is not part of this ladder match, no matter how much you wish he were. Anyway, when you throw Big E into the mix here... I'm sure you do, Scott. But when you throw Big E in the mix here, this ought to be good.
It's just a question of which, like, oh god, like AJ, Big E, Zip Coulter, and Ricardo all around the ring, also probably.
Oh yes,
folks. Of ADR's ability to step it up in gimmick matches. Last Man Standing, Hell in the Cell, a couple years ago, I think it was. It might be for the WWE Championship. I just remember AD being very good.
Yes.
Matches.
He is. I can't remember a bad. The guy's a tremendous.
You know who's better?
who?
Ricardo.
Oh
Yes.
Yes.
Oh my god, that match. That
From last night. Oh yes. Let's spend at least about a half a minute or so saying that Big E's skull and any type of metal do not mix.
Big E does not fear buckets.
Hell, I'm not sure if he fears plate sheet metal.
But he does fear.
Hey, whoever got the pin, man.
All right, so there's another match on this card that might be interesting. You know, the rubber match of Triple H versus Brock Lesnar, which I'm bored to tears with.
Nobody cares. I know I said that about the Cena match. Nothing on the line.
No. There's nothing on the line. You're right about that, Yankum. But it might be interesting because of one reason and one reason only that hasn't been 100% clarified. I could have sworn that Paul E. or somebody said old school cage match. Now, for the record, do we mean the usual cage match we've been seeing the past few years, or by old school? Well, I was kind of hoping.
It won't be the awesome old.
The awesome old school blue WWF cage. That's what I want. That's, I'm sure, what everybody else wants. That would be amazing.
We've got just a handful of minutes left here. So let's speculate real quick on what we might be able to.
Well, I think it's pretty much. Go ahead, bro.
AJ versus Caitlyn for the women's belt, and AJ wins.
Just about to say that.
That's not really a mid-card title.
But that means that AJ and Dolph will have belts together.
Yes, matching belts for the WWE Power Couple. That has everything.
I also expect sometime this summer that the Shield will acquire a large amount of gold. Like both mid-card titles and the tag team titles.
That would be amazing.
That would be pretty damn good.
And and then defend the tag titles under whatchamacallit, Freebird rules.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Yes.
Can I leave here tomorrow? Yes.
And whatchamacallit, I want you guys to realize something. When did Team Hell No win the titles?
Jesus Christ, it's been a while.
Like
It's
8
been
months
about
ago?
6 months. Yeah, like 8 months ago. There you go. Team Hell No has been the best tag team for 8 months. I mean, it doesn't say anything about the division because the division's been really hot, and they're still on top. That's pretty cool, to be completely honest. What the fuck is up with Cesaro? Jesus, do you push the guy much?
Oh my God, did you see what happened during Raw Active? I mean, they had him come out and basically yodel his ass off. And I don't know how you push a guy who yodels his ass off.
I don't even want to live on this.
Sarah must have fucked up something down in fucking FCW or some shit. Wonder if Randy Orton took a shit in his bag.
Oh.
Oh, you shit in one diva's bag every single time it happens after. You think X-Pac is still getting blamed for every shit sandwich that comes along?
Yes, absolutely. If he's in the locker room, yes.
Okay, good point, but still. Real quick, I guess, what do you think they'll do with the US and IC titles?
R-Truth will face one of them. And the other will have
Squash match, maybe?
Pre-show?
No. Pre-show, yeah.
Oh, dear God, no.
Yeah, you may be right about that.
Like,
I'd rather have the Divas get the pre-show match than anything, but that never happens.
oh no, my new favorite wrestlers, the Bella Twins will fucking get a match.
Yeah, Gunner, for our listeners, dodged a bullet tonight, going to do toss-up, and I was going to...
I could defend twin magic too. I mean, it's not that hard. It's an old school tactic. It's a callback to 80s wrestling and wrestling and that shit. So, all right, that's it for the 15-minute time limit. And now it is time for segment 3, kayfabe issues. And well, I'm going to be predictable.
But my dancing is not that bad. Sniff, sniff.
Actually, it is. It's the reason why. It's the reason why Bo Dallas got pushed down to NXT.
Oh, dear God. Thank you. That's just dancing.
All right, so yeah, take it away. Fuck.
Oh, you were not aware of this? Your posterior better contact someone at once.
It's time for kayfabe issues, ladies and gentlemen, and we are short a segment because we are short a player. Omega BR is not with us tonight, as I'm sure you've noticed, because the runtime is much shorter than Omega. I love you, bud. So instead of the toss-up, we're just going to do a Fave 5. We're going to run down the list here. I'm going to say a type of match, since Extreme Rules, and our esteemed panelists, and NetJester too, will tell us their Fave 5 of those. So starting off with Gunner here. Gunner, cage matches. Fave 5 cage matches.
You want 5 cage matches from me?
You know what? It's 5 things, so just your fave cage match. We got 5 things.
Kurt Angle versus Chris Benoit on SmackDown in the early 2000s.
Oh God, that was epic.
Exactly.
I know who Kurt Angle is, but I've never heard of the other guy.
Okay.
He's been mind erased.
NetJester, your favorite.
I gotta admit, I'm gonna go old school kayfabe is God here by saying Hulk Hogan versus Zeus in No Holds Barred, the match.
Alrighty, and Vassar. Just pick a cage match, dude.
I'm just gonna say the only one I can think of off the top of my head is Lesnar versus Undertaker. I'm not sure if that was a Hell in a Cell, though. Oh, God damn it.
You could pick a Hell in a Cell.
I can pick a Hell in a Cell?
That's technically...
It's technically a cage.
Buzzer. Give him a buzzer. We'll just skip you, Vassar. We wanted to fuck around.
All right.
At least for that one, because I couldn't think of one real quick.
Alright, anything with Mick Foley. Any cage match involving Mick Foley is my favorite.
I have an aside moment that is my favorite moment in a cage match.
Well, let's hear it.
That time that CM Punk took over the Nexus and waved goodbye to Wade Barrett.
Oh, God.
Good Lord.
Okay, yeah. Next up here, Gunner, can you tell favorite ladder match?
Undertaker versus Jeff Hardy for the WWE Undisputed Championship on Raw in 2002. Make yourself famous, kid!
NetJester.
Well, basically, I'm just gonna go on a limb here and say any money in the bank, excuse-moi, ladders match within the last 5 years, because the spots keep raining hard and heavy, and they're just damn amazing.
Okay. I'm going to let you slide with that one. Gonna need more specific answers. Faster.
The ever famous Edge and Christian versus the Hardy Boys versus the Dudley Boys ladder match.
Oh, fuck you for taking my match. Alright, let's see if I can remember specifically. It's been a while. I do remember one specific spot, and I know Jeff Hardy was in it, but it's Edge or someone else. But it wound up with Hardy's opponent hung up in the ladder upside down.
I'm not sure exactly what that one's from, but similar one that I remember, Chris Benoit versus Chris Jericho at Royal Rumble 2000 for the Intercontinental Championship. Amazing ladder match. One of my favorite of all time.
Oh yeah, that son of a bitch was damn impressive.
Did you say walls of Jericho? On the ladder. Through the ladder on the top. Yes, it was amazing.
Through, beyond.
On to the next one here. Your favorite tables match. Gunner.
TLC 4. I know that's not traditionally a tables match here, but I really can't think of any specific tables matches that I've watched recently, besides the Sheamus and John Cena one, where Sheamus won the title.
That was the one I was going to pick.
But the one where Kane and Hurricane were tagging up, and they attacked Hurricane in the back, and Kane came out and defended the titles on Raw.
By himself?
Yes, by himself.
A lot of people don't know this, but Kane, fucking boss. Alright, Net Jester, your favorite tables match.
Well, I'm going to go back to the match that really put the nail in the coffin for hardcore in WWE CW. It was the tables match between Sparkplug Bob Holly, Hardcore Holly himself, and to be perfectly honest, I can't remember, but Holly cut who? RVD. Okay. RVD. Amazing how that came to me, isn't it, Joe? It's RVD. Yeah, Bob Holly, the spark plug. Joe? Never mind. Anyway.
This rolling Jesus Christ.
Yes, anyway. This was the match that got Hardcore killed on WWE ECW because of the fact that Hardcore Holly got a 5-inch freaking gash in the back of his back by a busted up table that had to have somewhere in the neighborhood of close to 75 to 100 stitches in it, and I can't remember, but that is a table match that killed Hardcore.
I'm going to have to say the handicap match between The Rock and the Dudley Boys back from about 2001, I'd say. It was one of the first, one of the earlier matches that I had seen of that type when I was younger and into wrestling, and still reminds me of just a good handicap match and table match.
Gunner, your favorite last man.
John Cena versus Randy Orton again. With the time that Randy Orton almost killed.
Well, something just got killed.
User in your channel timed out.
Alright, Net Jester. We just lost Gunner. Net Jester, your favorite last man standing match.
I'm gonna go old school. Last man standing is pretty much. I can't remember. Did Ken Shamrock ever compete in a last man standing match? I think he did. Only I can't remember who.
Jesus Christ, I can't remember 5 years.
All right, I'll throw myself upon the mercy of the court and say Ken Shamrock, because when it usually comes to guys getting beat the crap out of for no good reason, he's usually a good one to pick.
Nope, minus 500 points to you. Since you're not actually a cast member, you can't lose points, so all your negative points go to Gunner. Vassar,
I'm just gonna have to go with something I saw recently. Fully loaded Triple H versus Chris Jericho. Really have no explanation of that other than I just watched it probably in the last week or two.
Alright, well, I'm going to tell you mine, but I only need my favorite last man stand, duct tape.
Oh, damn it. Why didn't I think of that one?
Are you serious, bro? Are you freaking kidding me?
A lot of people complained about that, but I thought it was really clever.
It was clever. It was pretty damn ingenious.
It would have been better if it'd been somebody, a lot smaller than Batista, so that it was more that person was just outwitting them, rather than somebody like Cena who you're like, oh, well, Cena could beat Batista. If it'd been somebody smaller, it would have been even better. But, yeah, no, it was clever. It was him outsmarting instead of outfighting, and I'm fine with that. Sometimes you just gotta, outthink the guy. So finally here, we have number 5 of the Fave 5, number 5.
All right, Booker.
Extreme Rules match. Gunner, what's your favorite Extreme Rules match?
Keep it up, my nigga.
John Cena versus RVD at the Hammerstein Ballroom in 2006.
God!
He keeps doing this to us.
Net Jester.
Okay, well, perhaps I'll steal someone from someone right now, because what I'm thinking of is the ECW title match between then champion The Big Show and none other than Nature Boy Ric Flair. And my favorite quote from the match from none other from Joey Styles. Let me repeat that for historical significance. Ric Flair is using a barbed wire baseball bat.
Alrighty, and Vassar.
Again, I'm probably gonna have to go with somewhat of a classic. Sabu versus Sandman versus Dreamer versus RVD.
Alrighty. I can't think of any Extreme Rules matches off the top of my head, to be honest. So we'll just call this the segment, and that'll be the end of the Dairy Queen drive-thru. Or I'm sorry, the end of kayfabe issues, and it's time for the Dairy Queen drive-thru.
Dairy Queen drive-thru.
One more time, because I fucked it up. So let's get an extra.
Dairy Queen drive-thru. Dairy Queen drive-thru. Dairy Queen drive-thru. Dairy Queen drive-thru.
That never gets old.
And with the ratings, Vassar.
And this week in the ratings. Last week's episode of TNA Impact Wrestling brought a .99 rating with 1.23 million viewers. That number was up slightly in ratings, but down 3% in viewers from the .97 and 1.27 million viewers last week. The show did hold up well against the NFL on ESPN, which had 6.1 million viewers. They also had strong competition from the NBA Finals on TNT. Last week's edition of WWE SmackDown drew a 1.96 cable rating with 2.75 million viewers. Those numbers are up from a 1.92 and a 2.62 million the week before. And this is the first SmackDown to round up to a 2.0 since March 29th. This show featured a main event with The Undertaker that was unadvertised to the public at large. And finally, this week's episode of WWE Monday Night Raw did an average viewing audience of 4.28 million viewers. The first hour drew 4.28 million viewers, as hour 2 drew 4.31 million viewers, and the final hour dropped to 4.25 million viewers. This is down from last week's average of 4.44 million viewers.
Alright, so, because we're masochists and we hate ourselves, here's Nat Jester with the birthdays.
Why, thank you very much, Yankum. Happy birthday to, on the 30th, Kazarov Davari. Is that the way you pronounce his first name? Yeah, we'll just say it is. Then going to May, On the first, we have none other than the five-time WCW champion, Booker T. Then also Big Jack Bull and the Human Tornado, plus Squire David Taylor. On the second, none other than the Brahma Bull himself, The Rock, has his birthday. Then on the third, Black Shadow and Vampiro.
And hope on the timing there, buddy.
Hopefully what The Rock is cooking is something he can actually eat with his ripped out whatever the hell he has. Anyway, on the fourth... Damn, man. Anyway, continuing on the fourth is the legend himself, Mr. Fuji. Also, Ray Gonzalez. Then on the fifth, Hiroshi Hase. Then Private Don Kernoodle. You thought I'd fuck that up, didn't you? Then on the fifth, Chad Patton. Continuing also on the fifth is Eve Torres. Then on the sixth, we have Neraro Gran Apollo.
God. Net gesture. Nuevo Gran Apollo.
Fuck you, you're wrong. Fuck you, we're right.
It's still going downhill.
Say it.
Nuevo Gran Apollo.
I gotta dumb myself down.
Yes, we know you do, Steiner. Anyway, to continue, on the 6th also, Colt Cabana, and on the 6th... Oh, come on, Colt's not that bad. And on the 6th, Nasty Boy Brian Knobbs. Then finishing up...
Get my bags!
And finishing up, on the 7th, Niles Young, and one of my favorites from the past, Owen Hart. Now...
Owen, we miss you, buddy.
Yes?
And now it is time for This Week in Wrestling without Omega BR. It will be done by the announcer guy. This week in wrestling history, 1977, superstar Billy Graham defeats Bruno Sammartino for the WWF World Heavyweight title in Baltimore, Maryland, ending Bruno's second run with the title. Jump ahead to 1995, where the largest crowd to attend a professional wrestling event ever assembles in Pyongyang, North Korea, for the second New Japan Pro Wrestling event held in Pyongyang Stadium as part of the World Peace Festival. The show drew a crowd of 190,000 people, shattering the record of 150,000 from the previous day. The show was attended by Muhammad Ali, and pictures of Ali, Antonio Inoki, and Ric Flair were published in the major Korean and Japanese newspapers. Select matches from the 2 days were later aired in the U.S. as a WCW pay-per-view special. Jump ahead once again to 2003, where former WWE champion and the most popular draw in the history of modern professional wrestling, Stone Cold Steve Austin, announced he would be retiring as an in-ring performer. And that was This Week in Wrestling History.
I miss Omega.
Yeah, but on the other hand, Happy Trails is up next.
Happy Trails. Well, we already covered the Happy Trails in my in the news segment already with Hulk Hogan's Man Bits. But yeah, that's it for Happy Trails. And so
This show.
I know, right? So what to watch this week in wrestling? Why don't we start with NetJester? What should we watch this week in wrestling?
Oh yeah, put me on the spot, why don't you? Okay, off the top of my head, I would say that the most interesting thing I've seen this week and is worthy of being watched again is, oh Jesus, oh hell, I'll just go something from Raw. How about the match between Zigglypuff and Who did Ziggles wrestle last night?
Oh, really, Mister?
Save me, come on!
Kofi.
Sorry. Anyway, that was a good match. I'm sorry I can't remember the other participant. But, yeah, look at that one again. I'll go cower in the corner.
I swear to God.
Does that make me next?
Pretty much.
Nasser, do it.
I'm gonna have to say the ever-going feud, even though he doesn't have either of them have titles anymore. Alberto Del Rio versus Antonio Cesaro.
Okay, and Yankum?
The three-way match: Ricardo Rodriguez, Zeb Coulter, and Biggie Langston.
Damn it, why didn't I think of that one? You think that somebody...
That's why.
Well, you think that somebody getting hit over the head with a bucket 2 times, I would have remembered shit like that.
I wish you'd get hit over.
Knew that was coming.
Daniel Bryan versus Dolph Ziggler from Saturday Morning Slam.
I missed that one. How was Saturday Morning Slam this week?
It's hilarious.
It was slamtastic.
Oh, brother. I'm not going off that bridge.
All right. That's it for this week. That's it for this week on Wooo Serious. Thank you all for listening. Hopefully Omega has taken care of his ant problem, and we'll see the colony back in Chikara sometime within the near future, because this place needs a little more indie wrestling, if you know what I mean.
If Omega hasn't killed them.
Why do I think he's just chasing ring rats? Is that just me?
That's our wishful thinking, maybe.
All right, whatever. So that's the show. Thanks for listening. Until next time, you should probably take care. And, well, Zack Ryder's not spiking his hair anymore. We probably need a new closing segment, don't we?
I know. Let's actually plug smarksnark.com and facebook.com, twitter.com, where I spend the entirety of Raw.
Because it's pretty cool, and I used to do it, but now I'm just too busy. Or I'm usually at work, which is the problem. No offense. But, alright. Take care. Spike your hair.
Woo, woo, woo.
You know it.
Now I gotta complain on Twitter.
About what?
Good night, Nedchester.
Good night, Nedchester.